Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. So, the time has come for Mandeville to finally emerge from her weeks of seclusion. Weeks spent studying this profane scroll as a new character. We are going to end up trying out a second rank Vestal, and I am extremely excited to see this either be amazing or to go down in a ball of flame. Either way, I think we're going to have a fantastic time, and I think there is no better place to try it out than against the Necromancer. I'm a little worried about Savigny and his stress levels, but I've prepared for it. I've got Zealous Vigil here pretty much ready to go as soon as we get into the dungeon and get under any sort of stress pressure. And then I think I'm going to do Dismas and Vane so that we do have a dedicated healer. And yeah, everybody's got trinkets equipped. Not too bad. I think we are basically ready to go. There's no reason for him not to have Uncatchable on. We could go ahead and grab one additional camping skill, but he doesn't really have any camping skills that I'd be that interested to use, so I think I'm just going to spare us the gold expenditure and head out here. We are getting the Berserk Mask as a reward. I think that's a pretty decent trinket. Makes the leper into a fairly formidable tank and ups his crit and speed. Like, I'm okay with that. We'll go ahead and pop over to our provisioning screen, and since this is a boss fight, we should be able to cut out most of the dungeon as we kind of make a beeline directly for the boss. We'll do 2 full stacks of food so we can guarantee that we get the opportunity to feast right before the boss fight. And I'm thinking like 2 shovels. And, you know, we're going to go with like 4 torches. I'm not entirely convinced that I'm going to do this run in the dark, but I think I'm going to give it a try. The Profane Scroll gaining quite a bit from doing so. And then we'll go with 4 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those. And that should just about do it. We'll go ahead and get started.
I entertained a delegation of experts from overseas, eager to plumb the depths of their knowledge and share with them certain techniques and alchemical processes I had found to yield wondrous and terrifying results. Having learned all I could from my visiting guests, I murdered them as they slept.
Well, you know, I mean, if you're gonna murder your guests, do it while they're asleep, right? Oh man, that's pretty awful. Pretty awful. So she gains a damage boost when the torchlight is low. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be worth having the torchlight be low, but it's something I'm interested in checking out. So between that and the Berserk Charm, which is also a 15% damage buff, I think she may be able to hold her own as more or less like a frontline character here. Now, the Necromancer, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Man, what do you guys think? I would assume there's only one space up here that's 5 steps away, and there are technically 3 rooms down here. We might end up, if we choose the wrong way at this branch, we might end up doing the entire dungeon. That's actually kind of terrifying. So I tell you what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reduce the torchlight down to just 25. I'm not looking to run into a shambler anywhere in the dungeon, so I'd like to keep a little bit.
The flow of otherworldly corruption.
Ooh, but low enough that I'm able to start getting some of the bonuses. Oh man. And just a trap-laden hallway. Oh wow, that is going down so fast. Why is it that in the past I don't understand. There was one adventure where the torchlight barely ticked down like 1 every square we walked through. Maybe we were backtracking at the time? That might have been it. So what we'll do is we'll basically just try to keep it between 1 and 25 at all times. Oh boy. I was worried about our Crusaders' ability to reduce or to resist the stress, but Vane has taken a ton right at the start here. Alright, so I've never really played a second rank Vestal before. 9 to 18. She can do illumination. That doesn't really make sense as it increases our torchlight. Probably not the kind of thing she'd want to do too much. This gets a bonus to unholy. So 7 to 15 or 9 to 18. Really, the mace bash is just awesome. It's got a little bit less chance to hit. But this also comes with a debuff. Oh man, like his protection is insane. So you know what? Let's think about this. Let's open up with a mace bash.
Decimated.
Nice. Dead weight. Resisted the move and the stun. I'm loving that. And then we could let him just crank off shots into the noble. Maybe our +2 player crits will be enough for us here. Of course, we're taking plenty of incoming damage, which is problematic for its own reasons. Alright. Pistol shot.
A singular strike.
Is like every attack going to crit? Is that what we have to look forward to? I mean, I'd kind of be okay with that. We're just looking at massive damage going both ways at all times. Oh man, that was guaranteed to get the kill had it landed. Let's see if Mandeville can do it where he could not. So we could do 5 to 10 or 4 to 8. This is barely, just doesn't quite get it done. Leaves him with 1 HP. Alright, well he didn't do too much damage back at us. We'll go ahead and keep it up with the healing out of Vane here.
Death
of course,
lapse in concentration.
we don't have enough healing to stay ahead of the incoming damage.
A faint hope blossoms.
Man, but that outgoing damage. Oh, I'm so torn constantly. Alright. Now, we are going to want to be using food to heal here. I can already tell that much. And then we'll have our highwaymen checking out most of this stuff, dealing with any traps we might encounter along the way, etc., etc.
Be carried home.
And we still have a decision to make regarding the upcoming branching path. Now, I would assume, and
now, the darkness holds dominion.
Indeed
Black
it does.
As death.
Let's go ahead and buff our torch just a bit there. And now I'm thinking we'll make this decision after this room. Okay, there is a fight. Oh, but we surprised them. Awesome. Let's see here. I can do 7 to 13. We go for a stun. He could easily have gotten the kill had that connected. Too bad. Too bad. Alright. This bone marksman is going to be a little too deadly to just not pay attention to. Got him down to 10. How much is this? It's a... Oh, it just hits the front. I see, I see. Illumination +7. That would actually get rid of her damage buff. And it only has a chance to kill. Oh man, guys, you can't start missing suddenly. That's not okay. Just barely not enough.
Press disadvantage.
Okay.
Give them no
That's
quarter.
looking quite a bit better. Oh. That was about the least damaging quarrel I've ever seen come in, though. Alrighty. can worry about him next turn. He should be relatively easy to dispatch.
A devastating blow.
And a lovely stun, like a cherry on top of a sundae. Alright. Oh, I love you right now, Vane. I really, truly do. You paid a little bit, but you were definitely there for us when it mattered. And there we go. Not too bad.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I know it's extremely anecdotal, but it seems like the increased loot is paying off quite a bit. We're certainly doing pretty well for ourselves. Now I'm thinking this is the kind of thing we interact with holy water? Yes. Oh, okay. Removed a negative quirk. Not too bad, not too bad. Now, that could be a really good scout. Oh, if only it would have gone a little bit further. I'm thinking it makes the most sense to go this way, right? Like, these feel like the farthest away. They're all 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 5, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure I have an understanding of where exactly the boss spawns that's any more nuanced than simply, oh, it's in the square farthest away from where you start. When they're all the same distance away, I'm not entirely sure what that means for us. So, we may be making a critical error here. I can't deny that. But we're going to stick to our guns. We're going to see how this plays out, and maybe things will turn out a-okay in the end. Maybe they won't. I think I'm actually going to start this off with a tracking shot, just because he's not going to be getting any kills on his own, but after the buff, he just might be able to. And... ugh. Oh boy. And the weakest character, as it was,
well struck.
Oh, lovely, was actually the conscript. But we have two characters that can do bonus damage versus unholy, like the Hand of Light here.
Obliterated.
Can obliterate. I like obliterating things. Resisted the bleed. You know what I'm thinking is stunning him so that we can totally focus down the Enchantress. Okay. Didn't do it. And then that gives us an opportunity to just hit her hard. Down to 7. This should do it. Yeah, it did. It really, really did. And then we should be able to fairly easily do this. Ow. That claymore through the front of your face probably didn't feel good.
This expedition at least promises success.
Oh man. What do we want to do here? We need gold bus crests. Crests aren't the most important thing. I'm kind of okay leaving them behind. We trade out Jade. We already have a stack of bus, so I think that's going to do it. Now, oh, if we could get another scout. Yes. That was most fortuitous. So we now know the boss fight is going to be down here. So I tell you what. I'm going to push forward. There is a tiny, tiny chance that this backfires, in that we could run into something like a trap could randomly hit our occultist for 20 stress, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I believe that that has the
glittering gold,
the potential to have rewarded us with food, but it did not do so.
Blood.
And then we're gonna get in here, and this is gonna be our camping room.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Alright, and amazingly, Savigny does not turn out to be the one that is super stressed out. He actually has less than when he came into the dungeon. Alright, we could do all companions stress resist. We could do all companions stress heal. Self only stress resist. Okay, what's she got? If religious, all companions for 2. That's pretty good for 2 though, right? Oh, okay, I see. Oh, it's not an all companions, it's a targeted companion thing. Okay. Well, for 2 for the Crusader, that's pretty amazing. And then accuracy plus dodge or healing. Alright, we mostly need stress resist stuff right now. I will go ahead and let you clean guns. And that's actually pretty worthwhile in our current situation. And then he could do an unshakable leader. Don't need the healing. Why not? All companions get pretty decent stress resistance. And then we could do accuracy plus dodge to this guy. Okay. I'm alright with that. We didn't do any real buffing to our Crusader in this instance, but his trinkets make him pretty deadly down here against Unholy anyway. Wake up, they are upon us. Who is they? They ain't that bad. Alright. I am not even scared. We're gonna pull this guy up front. We're gonna put a mace in his face. And he is gonna regret, oh, the day he was undeaded. I was gonna say born, but I mean he's a skeleton, right? Oh, come on. I pull him up here so that he can only do bayonet jab. And he responds with a critical strike with a bayonet jab. That makes perfect sense. Absolutely perfect sense. Alright. Crusader took a little bit of damage there. We'll alleviate some of that. Do some more crushing mace blows here. And then, unfortunately, very little left for our Crusader to do from this spot. That does remind me, though, I think I want to reorder everybody before heading on. Okay, that was a nice whiff. It was actually a pretty cool whiff sound effect, too. Alright. And now we are back to being in the light.
So too will resistance.
Okay. I've got 2 thoughts here. One regarding the light levels, how well things have been going on the low light. And then 2 is the order here. And I'm thinking about this. This means that Dismas has to go first. And he has 6 speed where he has 4. So that should happen. He can point blank shot. And he can Holy Lance. Actually, this should guarantee it. Yeah. That is the weirdest inverted party structure that you would ever expect to encounter. And because of how weird it is, ooh, I do want to try it out really quick here on a fight before we move on. Gargoyles. Now, I haven't had a lot of experience with the Gargoyles. They are very high protection. I think they're stress-inducing enemies more than they're anything. These guys do have some dodge on them, though. So you know what? Let's get rid of that dodge.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
He could do a heal,
is made clear.
But he could also debuff his damage. Ooh, I like that. And then that takes care of him. Now, the dodge debuff is going to last a while. He is holy. Only does 4 to 8 though. Oh, because it contains additional debuffs. Right, right. He's down to negative 60% damage. How low can you go? Meh. Okay. I wonder if we could get him down to a point where he's just an innocent little babe, unable to do anything to us. Nice. I think I liked the inverted party structure. I think I liked it quite a bit. Allowing everybody the opportunity to do their little movement dance. Savigny gets to just Holy Lance through the entire party. Again, so low on things. Got one portrait. That's worth 750. You know, we know we're not going to need a shovel. And then could probably do without medicinal herbs as well. Yeah, I think we'll be okay there. Now, what do we want to do? I don't remember offhand what that needs. Perhaps it's a confession booth, right? Oh, lovely. The de-stress I'll take. Okay, okay. Now, for the boss fight, I don't think he really does anything to us. But why not? You know, that's kind of where I am with it. It's just, why not? We'll get these guys back in our wonky little order here, and then we'll step through the door.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Now, no apprentice this time, but a necromancer in full. He doesn't really do a ton of damage to us, as far as I know. I believe, like, stress-inducing attacks are his bag of tricks more often than not. But, oh, and he's only got 53% debuff resist, but he did not care about that at all. At least we got rid of his little companion there. Okay, 6 to 13, 5 to 10, 8 to 17. Let's just bash things open. Why not? Oh, and he can't Holy Lance because of how far he is away. I'm gonna have to pass. I'll take the tiniest bit of stress. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, we did get a debuff on him that time. Let's go ahead and just stack that a little bit further. Hopefully to alleviate any chance he has of dodging. If you could hurry up and summon a thing so that, you know, we could move here, maybe. I need him to not be in the second rank anymore. I forgot he is not a large enemy, apparently. Ooh. Stress might become a concern, not gonna lie. Down to 95%. Yeah, mostly just trying to stress us out. But he has now made a fairly fatal mistake in that he has gotten in range.
A powerful blow.
Oh no! I hate you, corpse changes. Critical strikes now don't leave corpses. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this at all. Savigny has passed like 3 turns, which is quite honestly awful, and that is a terrible heal. We're about to see our party go a little bit mad. Alright now, could we not kill something with a crit? Oh my god. No, no, we're just gonna do it. Okay. Oh, you gotta start moving up, man. You've just been chilling back there the entire fight. I wonder if the Necromancer is gonna be the one to try to kill us with heart attacks.
The human mind. Fragile. Like a robin's egg.
Like a robin's egg. Yeah, yeah. Stressed out. We got him down to about 2/3 of his health. But Savigny has basically been out of the fight this entire time, which has been quite ridiculous. Go ahead and just do a heal here. I'm looking forward to these Holy Lances and to see what they can do. They foretell of doom. Come on, man. Get it done. Nice. Very nice. I wish that we could have gotten to this point earlier, where he could have been in the back and we could have been wailing on him. But oh well, you know, you live, you learn. Those actual damaging attacks. Okay, you do remember how to do those. Glad to see it. Holy Lance again. Not the greatest output from it, you know? One critical strike from that Holy Lance could have basically had him dead by now, I would say. 1 of 4. I don't think anybody's in danger of losing their minds just yet. But, we could probably stand to get a little healing before too long. Ugh. Not quite enough, huh? Alright, I really need to stop wavering on the fence between the strategies here. I should just focus the Necromancer down. We could have him dead in probably a turn. If things went well. 45 health.
Hope in this hell.
Why did I trade her for this life? She loved me. That's so sad. That's actually extremely sad. I'm sorry, Savigny. I'm very sorry. If you could just hold on a little bit longer, though, we'll have you out of here. You can meet some new friends at the brothel. Illumination. Oh, that was a big hit. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And Dismas is gonna be able to hit back here. 2 away. Couldn't quite do it. Unfortunately, Savigny no longer has anything that reaches that far back. We won't blame him, though. He's going to bring the Necromancer closer to him. And an Abyssal Artillery. Say hello to my ceiling spaghetti.
Even the dead can die again.
Indeed. Indeed they can. Alright.
A trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
You call this trifling? Do you see the amount of stuff here? Your little loot box can't even hold it all. Alright. Well, we don't need anti-venom, we don't need a skeleton key. Gold would be nice. Crests would be nice. Deeds would be nice. Trinkets would be nicer. Yeah, and then we got everything that we're going to need out of there. Lovely. Alright. We are going to go ahead and return to the hamlet. I know that there are some unexplored areas, but we are freaking out right now. But we came out of here with a lovely berserk mask for our leper, not to mention about just shy of 14k. Some decent heirlooms collected. I think we're going to have a stack and a half of crests. Okay. A nice sprinkling throughout. Our crests really aren't our biggest problem at the moment, truly. We're usually having trouble coming up with the other stuff. Alright, stress resist versus human. She did become deadly, which I love. I would gladly trade that for the tactician quirks. Damage versus humans. Ooh, nice. Unfortunately, did get the fits. We'll probably want to get rid of that as soon as we get back to town. Alright guys, well that's gonna down the Necromancer.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
And maybe even more importantly, I got to try out my 2nd rank Vestal. And I gotta say, I think she held her own pretty well. Actually, I'll come back to that screen in just a moment. One thing we didn't get to see, I did have her equipped with Divine Comfort. She can still use her full party heal, even from the 2nd slot. I think that's pretty decent, you know, like, she can make for a fairly competent frontline attacker, along with Nice utility heal, mostly concerned with keeping people off of death's door, I would think. That was my intention, was to bring it out if characters started to die, that I would be able to keep the party from the brink with it. But other than that, I just wanted to leave her on the offense. And as you can see, all of her other skills not usable from those front two ranks, but the 4 that we had chosen all were. So I certainly don't think that it's unintentional that she can do that. The alternative interpretation would be that they're there for her to be fairly resistant against a party reshuffle. You know, that with a single frontline skill, if she ever gets pulled to the front, she could just make do from there. But I kind of like the idea of having her built specifically for it. Also, oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Let's check out what happened while we were gone. Fitton had a night on the town, gambled. Theon was caught making strange requests and gained the new quirk, Deviant Tastes. He is no longer welcome back in the brothel. But he got 81 stress relief out of it while he was there, so I can't really blame him. The party that we went out with, of course, is freaking out right now. Dismas, the only one who didn't become hopeless, abusive, or irrational. So we're going to have to give these guys the royal treatment, and they definitely deserve it after that boss fight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more episodes daily. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes, and I will catch you guys next time.